Welcome back to Brick by Brick, where we help you build confidence in real estate, life, and finances, one step at a time. I'm Roxann Klepper, and today we're breaking down something that's going to have a big impact on homeowners, investors, and anyone looking to buy or build in Red Deer, and that's the City of Red Deer's new zoning bylaws. Now, I know bylaws might not sound very sexy or exciting, but trust me, these changes are pretty huge. They affect where and how you can build secondary suites, what's allowed in duplexes, and even how backyard suites fit into neighborhoods. Whether you're thinking about adding a rental suite to your home or just curious about what's changing, this is an episode you don't want to miss. As Canada continues to suffer from a housing shortage, municipalities all across the country are finding ways to make housing more obtainable. And like it or not, the City of Red Deer is very forward-thinking with their housing bylaws. So let's jump in. Let's start with what's changed. The City of Red Deer has updated its zoning rules with the goal of making housing more flexible. Secondary suites, or basement suite, it's now being called a house suite, these are self-contained units inside a home. These are permitted uses on any RL lot. So just the name has changed here. They were permitted uses before. Backyard suites, sometimes called garden suites or carriage houses. These are detached units built in the side yard or rear yard, and sometimes above a garage. Now, these are permitted usage in Timberlands North neighborhood and discretionary everywhere else. A backyard suite has to have a rear lane for access. A backyard suite would be a great option for anyone who maybe has an aging parent that they want to keep close, but independent enough to still be in their own space, or maybe a suite above a rear garage for your kid that's going to RDP. Both of these are considered suites, and therefore there is a maximum number allowed in each neighborhood. It's 15%, except for Westport, where it is slightly higher. So this information can all be found on the city website so that you can go and see how many secondary suites already exist in your neighborhood. Now, you can only have one of these per property, not both. So the goal with these changes is to create more housing flexibility while keeping the character of the neighborhoods intact. So the big change for duplexes. Duplexes are now discretionary zoning on any RL lot in Red Deer. So if a lot's big enough to put a duplex there, you could ask the city to allow it. But the next part is the real game changer. Duplexes can now have house suites, or legal basement suites, as we used to call them. These are also discretionary zoning, so approved on a case-by-case basis if it meets all the criteria. This means that a single duplex lot can now have 4 legal living spaces, 1 on each side, plus a suite in each. So that's a huge shift in housing affordability. These duplexes would offer more rental potential, more housing options, and if you're a homeowner or investor, more opportunities to generate income. Now, if you own a home in Red Deer and you're thinking, could I add a suite? Here's what you need to know. There are a few key requirements in the new bylaw. So height limits. Backyard suites can't be taller than 2 stories, and that's so that they don't overwhelm the neighborhood homes. Parking rules. If you add a house suite or a backyard suite, you need to provide extra on-site, off-street parking to prevent street congestion, which is fair. Design guidelines. The suite has to blend in with the existing neighborhood, and a house suite has to be contained within the house. So while this new bylaw does make it easier to add suites, there are still rules in place to make sure neighborhoods stay balanced. What this means for Red Deerians? Well, for buyers, it means if you're looking for a home, this could be a great time to buy something with a legal suite or a property that could have one added in the future. Why? Because having a rental suite brings in additional income, making homeownership way more affordable. For investors, these changes open up a whole new bunch of opportunities, especially with duplexes now allowing suites. If you're looking to maximize rental income, properties with multiple legal units are going to be in high demand. For homeowners, it means you have some interesting new options. Having that backyard suite for your kid or parent who goes south for the winter, or adding a suite to the house. Changes like these can be controversial, but I think there's opportunity here for those who want to explore those options. So if you're thinking about adding a suite or some sort of suite, here's what you should know. Check the zoning. Make sure your neighborhood allows for a secondary suite. Remember, the 15% rule still applies here. No neighborhood can have more than that. So you can easily check that on the city website. I'll attach the link below. Get the right permits. This is huge. If you don't have the right approvals, your suite won't be legal, and that can cause major issues down the road. Understand the costs. Adding a suite increases home value, but it also comes with construction costs. So if you need financing for it, talk to a mortgage expert, they can help. And know your responsibilities. Renting out a suite means being a landlord, so make sure you understand the rules around tenants and property management. Red Deer's new zoning bylaws are all about creating more housing options while still keeping neighborhoods livable. If you're a homeowner, this could mean a new opportunity to generate income. If you're buying, it means you have more options for affordable home ownership. And if you're an investor, well, let's just say the rental market is about to get very interesting. The key takeaway here is these changes matter, good, bad, or ugly, in your opinion. Whether you're thinking of buying, selling, building, understanding the new bylaws can help you make smarter real estate decisions. Well, that's it for today's episode of Brick by Brick. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe or share this with a friend. Take care. See you next time.